Sometimes, the most beautiful love stories don't begin with fireworks. They begin with a quiet glance that lingers a little too long. That's how many fans describe the chemistry between Long and Yang Miemie, the couple whose every shared smile seems to melt the internet. In an age where celebrity romances often flicker like shooting stars, dazzling, then gone, their story feels refreshingly real. It's gentle, genuine, and wrapped in a kind of sweetness that you can almost feel through the screen. But what makes this pair so special? Is it their natural connection on set, or the way they look at each other when the cameras aren't rolling? Over the next few minutes, we'll explore how their relationship blossomed from professional partnership into something undeniably tender, the kind of love story that reminds people why they still believe in romance. So, grab a cup of tea, settle in, and get ready for a story that's equal parts heartwarming and surprising. Because by the end of this video, you'll see why Long and Yang Miemie have become everyone's favorite couple, not just in the entertainment world, but in the hearts of fans everywhere. Wishing you a beautiful day filled with love and smiles. There's something timeless about a love story that begins not with grand declarations, but with the quiet rhythm of two hearts that simply find each other. For Long and Yang Miemie, that moment happened on an ordinary filming day. The kind of day where makeup artists rushed, assistants shuffled scripts, and the camera lights buzzed faintly in the background. No one could have guessed that amidst all the noise of production, something truly special was quietly unfolding. The two first met during a late summer shoot, a romantic drama that, ironically, mirrored their own real-life chemistry. The air was heavy with humidity, the cicadas were singing in the background, and Miemie, ever the professional, was carefully rehearsing her lines by herself. Long, noticing her focus, couldn't help but smile. "You know," he said casually between takes, "sometimes the best performances come when you stop thinking and just feel it." It was a small comment, perhaps even a cliché, but for Miemie, it lingered. That one line would become a quiet symbol of their connection. Simple, sincere, and impossibly warm. Weeks passed, and the rumors on set began to swirl. "Have you seen how he looks at her during breaks?" whispered one crew member. "I swear they're not just acting." But what caught everyone's attention wasn't just the way Long looked at Miemie, it was the way she looked back. There was a softness there, a sense of safety, like two people who had discovered a language that needed no words. The photo above, that cozy dinner under the fairy lights, captures the exact essence of what fans adore about them. It's not just two celebrities posing for the camera, it's two people who genuinely enjoy each other's company. Look at the way her hand rests gently on his arm, how he leans slightly toward her, his smile calm and content. Between them sits a candle, small but steady, a quiet metaphor for the kind of love they share. Gentle, glowing, and real. After filming Wrapped, many thought their connection would fade, as so many on-screen romances do. But instead, their bond seemed to grow stronger. They started being spotted together casually, enjoying late-night dinners or walking through quiet parks where no one expected to see them. Fans described it as a love that doesn't shout, it whispers, but it's heard everywhere. Their chemistry wasn't built on grand gestures or flashy displays. Instead, it was built on the little things, a shared laugh over spilled coffee, the way Long always waited until Miemie's car left the lot before driving away himself, the quiet text messages exchanged after long days apart. "He makes me feel seen," Miemie once said during a rare interview, her eyes lighting up in a way that no camera could fake. "He doesn't need to say much, I just know." And that's the beauty of it. Their story feels authentic. In a world where celebrity relationships often feel scripted, theirs feels unscripted and true. Fans began calling them the modern-day romance we needed, and it's easy to see why. They remind us that love doesn't have to be loud to be powerful. Sometimes it's found in the shared silence between two people who simply belong. As their relationship continued to blossom, one couldn't help but notice how they influenced each other's energy. Long, once known for his reserved and serious nature, began to smile more during interviews. Miemie, who used to shy away from the spotlight, started sharing glimpses of her daily life, photos of sunsets, coffee cups, and handwritten notes that fans suspected were from him. Every post, every candid moment felt like another piece of their love story written in real time. And while neither of them confirmed their relationship publicly, the world didn't need an announcement. The pictures, the laughter, and the sparkle in their eyes said more than words ever could. Love, as the saying goes, doesn't always need witnesses. But in their case, the world became one. And maybe that's what makes this story so enchanting. It isn't about fame or the spotlight or red carpet appearances. It's about two people who met by chance and built something quietly beautiful in a noisy world. Stay tuned, because in Part 3, we'll explore how their relationship evolved behind the scenes, the challenges they faced in balancing love and career, and the heartfelt ways they've chosen to protect what's most precious to them. If you've ever believed that real love still exists, you'll want to hear what happens next. Love in the entertainment world is never simple. When two hearts find each other under the spotlight, every gesture becomes magnified, every smile analyzed, and every silence misinterpreted. For Long and Yang Miemie, that was the greatest test. How to protect something so tender while living in a world that thrives on curiosity. After their relationship became the talk of the town, paparazzi began following them everywhere. A simple dinner, like the one we see in the photo, fairy lights above, soft music in the background, 2 plates of pasta and 2 glasses of wine, became headline material overnight. Yet even amid flashing cameras, they never lost their calm. Long, always the gentleman, would shield Miemie from intrusive lenses with a quiet but firm presence, while she would simply smile, her hand resting gently on his arm as if saying, "As long as we're together, it's okay." Their secret? Balance. They learned that love doesn't always need to be public to be real. They shared enough to make fans feel connected, but they also kept the sacred parts of their relationship just for themselves. When asked in an interview whether fame ever made things difficult, Long replied softly, "Fame is loud, but love should be quiet. The moment you let the noise decide how you feel, you start losing what's real." That line alone made fans melt, because it captured what everyone admired about them: maturity, sincerity, and respect. Even when work kept them apart, filming in different cities, long rehearsals, exhausting schedules, they made time for the little things. A quick call before bed, a shared playlist of songs they both loved, notes left in luggage discovered days later. It wasn't grand gestures that kept their connection strong. It was those tiny, meaningful acts that said, "I'm thinking of you." What's more touching is how they continue to support each other's careers without overshadowing one another. When Yang Miemie's new drama was released, Long subtly shared the trailer on his account with just 3 emojis, and fans immediately knew what it meant. When Long received an award, she didn't attend the ceremony, but eagle-eyed fans spotted a small bouquet of daisies, her favorite flower, tucked discreetly into his dressing room. They understand what few couples do. Love isn't about constant presence, but consistent care. Today, their relationship stands as a quiet example of what genuine connection looks like. Not perfection, but partnership. They remind fans that it's possible to fall in love deeply without losing yourself, to grow individually while holding each other close. And maybe that's why their story resonates so deeply. Because behind every photo, every smile, every candle-lit dinner, lies something universal: the hope that love, even in a world full of noise, can still be gentle, steady, and real. If you've ever dreamed of finding a love that feels like home, Long and Yang Miemie just proved it's still possible.